Morning, everyone. I'm Ydanis Rodriguez, Commissioner of the New York City Department of Transportation. On behalf of Mayor Ydanis, I'd like to welcome everyone for being here for the great partnership, reminding New Yorkers about the Dusk and Darkness safety campaign. This is not new. This is something that we've been doing since 2016. I'm happy to be joined today by Chief Obey, great partners, as also, the whole team of Vision Zero partners from Taxi Limousine Commissioning and the whole departments and DCAS, and we were here from each of them. We all may know since we all have been walking up in the pitch black dark this week. This coming Sunday at 2 a.m. marks the end of the daylight saving time. And so that's why we are back again for Dusk and Darkness, our campaign that reminds motorists that darker evening hours that start next week create the most dangerous time of the year for pedestrians. And our responsibility as a drivers is to always look for pedestrians and cyclists. And when they're safe, drivers are also safe. I'm proud that this has been one of the safest years on record for traffic fatalities, but one death is too many for all of us. So we have to continue pushing the envelope and be sure that we reduce to zero the numbers of cyclists and pedestrians who lose their life. Yes, in 1910, when New York City started collecting the data, this year is one of the two second one with the safest one. The lowest traffic death that we have in 1910 is this year plus another one. Two of the safest and lowest year that we have. So I think it's a word that the result of everyone working together. Which is why we are here today. We need to be sure that we understand that when someone dies in a traffic crash, it's not only a statistic, it's not number, their life, their loved one, their family, their friends, their co-workers, their children, their senior citizens. So it is our responsibility to continue being the city in this nation with the lowest number of traffic deaths as we've been accomplishing this goal. Thank you for the partnership that all of us bring together, and especially the advocate too. Family for Safer Street, TA, they push all of us and they make us accountable. So it is also a great honor to be working with the advocate community. Today is our day of awareness. I woke up early. I wake up early every day, but today was for a particular purpose to join King, the whole team of Vision Zero. When I was there at 125 St. Nicholas Avenue, it was our men and women there educating the drivers, the pedestrians, and everyone. So thank you for everyone that spent this morning together in Harlem, face to face, with drivers, and pedestrians, and cyclists. DOT and NYPD, a street team, engage and educate commuters. To remind all commuters that they have to be part of this reality, and they have to understand that starting Sunday at 2 a.m., there's going to be darkest hours, especially at evening time. So less visibility. So drivers, be careful. Look for pedestrians. And pedestrians, please, dress something with color so that you are more visible when drivers are also interacting in our streets. So again, this is a big campaign. This is the one that we have. This is the English version. As a Spanish speaking, this is the Spanish one. So a great job, to the whole team at DOT. Our message is clear. Starting next week, morning will be brighter, but evening will be the problem, and the sun will set before 5 p.m. The board here, again, show how quick and dramatic that light change can be around sunset this time of year, so sudden that it is difficult for our eyes to adjust. So especially during those evening hours, please, driver, be careful. Look for pedestrians and cyclists. When they save, you save too. Para mí es un honor estar aquí junto hoy. Nosotros en nombre de la administración del alcalde Adams en la campaña de educar a todas las personas que andan manejando, que entiendan de que ahora a partir del domingo se oscurece mucho más temprano. La noche es una noche muy peligrosa donde se afecta la visibilidad. Y es por eso que nosotros hoy estamos una vez más de 2016 en esta campaña educando a todas las personas de que por favor sean parte de ayudar. Choferes, tengan cuidado, protejan a los peatones, protejan a los ciclistas, porque cuando ellos están seguros también ustedes lo están. Este año nosotros tenemos uno de los 2 años más con los números más bajos de personas muriendo por ser chocados. Eso ha sido producto de un trabajo todos juntos y es por eso que para mí es un honor estar aquí con un todo completo equipo de nosotros que ha sido parte de hacer este trabajo. So now let's hear from Chief Obey, who is the Chief of Transportation, the person that together with Commissioner Tish at the NYPD, they work every day to be sure that NYPD team, they are partners with New York City DOT, Department of Health, TLC, again, doing their job. The 3 of Vision Zero: 1, redesigning; 2, educational; but 3 is enforcement. And Chief Obey do a great job doing that.
Thank you, Commissioner. Good morning, everyone. So as the days grow shorter and the sun sets earlier, this time of year brings unique challenges to everyone who shares our streets. With visibility fading faster each evening, the risk to pedestrians, cyclists, and drivers rise sharply. That is why the NYPD, in partnership with the DOT and our Vision Zero partners, is once again launching the Dusk and Darkness campaign. This initiative has been a vital part of our city's efforts to reduce traffic injuries and fatalities, and the results speak for themselves: safer streets, fewer fatalities, and stronger awareness across every borough. Our officers are out there every single day focusing on behaviors that put lives at risk, such as speeding, failing to yield, distracted driving, and running red lights. These are not minor mistakes, they're costly decisions. During these dark months, a few extra miles per hour or a glance at a phone can make all the difference between a near miss and a life lost. To every driver, we say this: slow down, pay attention. Remember that visibility changes quickly this time of year, and every safe choice you make helps protect your neighbors, your family, and yourself. Police Commissioner Tish and the entire NYPD are committed to doing our part through enforcement, education, and outreach to make sure every New Yorker gets home safely. Working together, we can make this one of the safest years our city has ever seen. Thank you, and please stay safe out there as the sun sets earlier each day. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Chief. Before now giving the microphone to the great friend Commissioner TLC, David, though I also want to acknowledge again, and only as I said before, King Wallace Swartz, who is the person in charge of the great educational department, at DOT, but also Erin Lafarge, who also come from the DA, a lot of experience, who oversee, who is a leader of the whole work that we do at Vision Zero. So it is, again, great to have talented people at DOT. But now let's hear from David, who is Commissioner of the Taxi Limousine Commission.
Well, good morning, everyone, and thank you so much, Commissioner Rodriguez, for having the agencies here, including the TLC. I also want to thank my fellow commissioners, as well as DCAS, BIC, and of course DOT for always their commitment to ensuring safer roads. I also would like to thank the TLC police officers and the NYPD as well. An early happy Halloween to all of you. Sunset this Friday will take place at 5:53 p.m., right when a lot of our children will be trick or treating. It's important to remember that this is the time of year when the setting sun known for playing tricks. Unfortunately, those tricks can be deadly. Years of data and individual tragedies tell us that this time when pedestrians, cyclists, and drivers are most at risk. Everyone, especially children, are harder to see at dusk when traffic is high and people are commuting home. We talk about this every year, but why is it harder to see at dusk? It takes time for the rods and cones in the human eye to adjust to darkening conditions, up to 30 minutes. During that time, our visibility is significantly diminished. We also have a harder time distinguishing colors, as everything becomes a bit more gray. We don't really think about it, and we tend to carry on as usual because it's natural for us. But remembering this and adjusting our behavior accordingly saves lives. If you're driving, the lower visibility reduces your reaction time, but you can make up for it to protect yourselves and others by slowing down. If you're walking or cycling, remember that drivers are going to have a much more harder time seeing all of you, even if you're in the crosswalk. When it's sunset, change your mindset, be extra vigilant, and when it comes to safety on the roads this time of year, and you can save lives and get us closer to Vision Zero. Thank you so much, and may everyone have a safe and enjoyable holiday season. Thank you.
Now let's hear from a few other great partners, Lee from the Big Commissioner and Keith also from DCAS. They also doing a lot of good work working together. Please.
Thank you, Commissioner. We're so happy to be here. My name is Liz Crotty. I'm the Business Integrity Commissioner. We've been a Vision Zero partner since 2016. We regulate the trade waste industry, but what that means for Vision Zero is we do enforcement on all of the garbage trucks, the construction demolition trucks, and the landscaping trucks that happen to come across here through the 5 boroughs of New York City. We're a proud partner of Vision Zero and happy to be here for the Dusk and Darkness campaign. I would be remiss if I didn't mention Nicole Mathias, my Director of Policy, who is our champion of Vision Zero and really works so hard every day, day in and day out, for the Commission to be held to task. We really stress safety and enforcement at BIC. We have town halls. We had one last week where we were talking about speeding and the red light cameras and making sure that the truck drivers are really adhering to the red light cameras, as Chief Obey mentioned. We are so proud to be here, and 2025 indicates that the number of crashes involving private trade waste vehicles is down nearly 20% compared down to last time next year. So every little bit really helps. We're happy to be here today to report the improvements, and this is all in the great work to Vision Zero, the agencies, the meeting, because the more we talk about it, the more enforcement we do, the more we see change. And I'm happy to say that our agency and our commission has seen change. We take it seriously. We're happy to be part of the team, and we're happy to be here today and to report on the progress. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hello, I'm Keith Kerman, the Chief Fleet Officer for the City of New York and a Deputy Commissioner at DCAS, the Department of Citywide Administrative Services. DCAS and the fleet have been part of Vision Zero from the beginning, working with all our great agency partners, the Police Department, DOT, Health, Taxi, BIC, the district attorneys, usually behind the scenes, but today in front of the scenes. I do want to recognize 2 people and make a point about the commitment to safety does not matter necessarily what your job is today. So we were working with Commissioner Rodriguez on these issues every day when he was Councilman Rodriguez. And just as committed, just as focused, we were on a little other side, so we were the ones being overseen back then. And we know that next year and the years in the future, whatever the role, we'll still be working together on these important issues. I also personally want to mention someone behind here who's also played a role inside the administration and outside in an extraordinarily important part of my work, the fleet program in the City of New York, and that is Ben Furness from Transportation Alternatives, who adopted all of us, well behind the scenes, adopted the fleet program in the City of New York, and has played a hugely positive role in it. So at DCAS and the City Fleet, we are focusing on redesigning vehicles and trucks for safety, including at dusk. High vision trucks, surround cameras, side guards, heated mirrors, driver alert systems, backup cameras. All these design improvements will help keep drivers and pedestrians and bicyclists and children safe. The city fleet has reduced crashes during Vision Zero 60% with pedestrians. So we are making progress on the most important aspect of Vision Zero, keeping people safe. If we have to deal with some dings and dens on some bumpers, so be it. But we're keeping pedestrians safe. That's our absolute priority. Our recent announcement at our forum in October is the most exciting. We will now place intelligent speed assist, speed management on all fleet civilian vehicles going forward, over 7,000 vehicles. This will lead the nation and the world and give a vision of what is possible. Cars that don't speed in the first place, we can free up the police department's time and efforts to work on other things. The car can be designed so it will not speed. These design changes will all keep drivers and pedestrians safe. However, it still starts with the driver. Our message to fleet's 80,000 full and part-time drivers: care, caution, and respect for everyone on the road, every mile, every minute. Take no chances. Recognize that night driving is difficult and stressful. Drive slowly. Thank you.
So to close, we had two great partners, Alex from AAA, and then, of course, another person who we're going to be, closing our speaking section today, Ben, who great leaders as Executive Director of TA. Alex.
Thank you, Commissioner Rodriguez. My name is Alex Slacky, and I'm with AAA Northeast. And first, I want to thank all of the government partners behind us. DOT, NYPD, TLC, DCAS, Vic, Health Department. This is what leadership looks like in trying to bring traffic fatalities down and traffic injuries down, and treating it like the public health crisis that it is. And clearly, the efforts that you've all been doing have been successful and making our streets safer. So I want to applaud all of you for that. And for the Dusk and Darkness campaign, we know that the data is very clear that the PM commute becomes much more dangerous after daylight saving time ends. And we just want to offer 5 tips for drivers who are going to be out there, and 5 tips for drivers to prepare for this time of year. The first, make sure you're awake and aware, because even though fall back, you get an extra hour of sleep. I'm excited for that for Marathon Sunday. I get an extra hour of sleep before I go out and watch. I'm not running, don't worry. This is not a running body. Even though you get an extra hour of sleep, it can adjust and impact your sleep cycle. And we know that the crash data vastly underestimates the prevalence of drowsy driving. NHTSA estimates about 1 to 2% of fatalities are connected with drowsy driving, but most people don't tell a police officer that they were falling asleep after a crash. Our research shows that it's closer to 17 to 18% of fatalities have drowsy driving as a contributing factor. The second tip, make sure that your car is in good working order. That extends to everything about your car, but this time of year, especially your lights. Don't wait to be pulled over by a police officer or just put it off for a few weeks. If your light is out, get it replaced. If your lights are foggy, get a headlight restoration kit or bring it into the shop to make sure that you have the most visibility on the road as a car and you are able to see everyone on the road, whether that's other cars, pedestrians, or cyclists. The third tip, make sure you are paying attention. Do not drive distracted, and that means you're not relying on your advanced driver assistance systems to stop the car in case a pedestrian walks out. We know that those systems are a helpful supplement to an attentive driver, but they are no replacement for an attentive driver. So make sure that you put the phone down, don't get distracted by your navigation apps or other rowdy passengers. Make sure you're paying attention to the road. The fourth tip, keep to a safe speed. That's true all the time, and that's true everywhere, but especially when you're turning, we know that that's when visibility problems can be a big challenge. So the slower you turn, the more time you have to react to anything that might come across that you might not be expecting, or things that you should be expecting, like pedestrians and cyclists. And the fifth tip, again, this is something we want to emphasize all times of year, but the pedestrians that work for the NYPD and the AAA and the FDNY and all the EMS agencies that are out there helping you on the side of the road, please give them a margin of safety. Slow down and move over for those folks that are out there working to help keep you safe. So thank you to everyone here for having us and for all your work, and stay safe out there. Thanks.
Let's hear now from Ben to close, Executive Director of Transportation Center.
Thanks so much, Commissioner Rodriguez. My name is Ben Furness. I'm the Executive Director of Transportation Alternatives. I also work extremely closely with a group of people, New York Families for Safe Streets, people who've lost loved ones in traffic crashes. We believe fundamentally that no loss of life on the street is acceptable and that everyone deserves to get home safely at the end of the day. I really want to show extreme appreciation for everyone up here. This is an amazing example of people from across city government, all of these amazing agencies and leaders coming together to reduce traffic fatalities. On a personal note, it's amazing to see the Vision Zero Task Force at full strength and continuing to save lives with incredible success. It is getting darker out there. We at Transportation Alternatives know that the most dangerous things that put pedestrians and cyclists at risk are speeding, failure to yield, blocked crosswalks or blocked bike lanes. Really appreciate the focus from the NYPD on those hazardous conditions, and want to thank everyone for coming together to save lives tonight. Thanks so much, everyone.
Again, in our quarterly report in June and October 2025 has been one of the two lowest years since 1910, with the lowest numbers of traffic deaths. We want to get to December 31st, not only being one of the two, but being the lowest one. So drivers, do your part. Look for pedestrians and look for cyclists, and especially as we change the time this coming Sunday, let everyone do their part. As we are getting ready to plan a holiday, everyone should go to the home safe. Thank you.